Hey, how do y'all feel about just all of the Kendrick disses?
I didn't love him, but I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
I'm with it.
He has a right to do it. The thing I was worried about going into this album, that'll be too much of that.
Yeah.
I think he struck a balance. There were a couple moments where I was like, all right.
It's right on the threshold for me.
Yeah. There was a moment or two where I was like, too much, but on the whole, I was like, that's enough.
I like the way he
right
did.
amount.
It wasn't like the theme throughout the album for me was I didn't want to hear Victim Drake.
Yes.
I didn't hear I heard Revenge Drake, which I'm okay with. I'll take that.
Yeah, talk your shit.
Yeah, talk your shit. Get your shit off. You do it on your time. I'm not. I just didn't like before when he was doing the "Woe Is Me" victim shit, which I didn't really get a lot of. It was more. I'm on y'all heads now. F y'all.
I think it was.
I
think it was dwelling Drake a little bit too much sometimes. Like not victim nor revenge, but just dwelling on the situation. Like this particularly.
I agree with that.
I didn't necessarily need you to dwell on and rehash the beef again and still shoot.
But do you think he rehashed?
I don't think
a little bit. To me,
he did, but not. He didn't overdo it. To me, he didn't. I thought he was gonna give niggas 8-9 songs. I'm shooting at you, like for the whole joint.
Well,
I think he touched on it. Yeah. I think he touched on it throughout the album.
He did,
but he didn't overdo it.
He did it sporadic enough that I felt like he was going about his day and then randomly remembered all of the bull that this nigga put me through, and now you're gonna get 4 bars. Like this shit saying right here, whether it's true or not, for me, it's funny, and he's the only one that can say that. Hey, that little run you just had, I don't remember nothing you said, nigga. like he's the only. He need to come out like I said. I don't take it as victim. It's like, yo,
you
now,
still a peon to me.
You won,
You
but
still a
now
peon.
that I gathered myself. Like, see, that's the thing. We pay so much attention to the battle, and today I'm not focusing on the battle because it's ICEMAN Day. Right. But what's not talked about in today's hip hop enough is how the guy that lost sound when he come back. Like, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
Like, we had Jay lost ether. Boy, did he bounce back. He sounded great. Once you fall and gather yourself and be like, all right, too bad. When the dust settles, you could say, y'all don't remember nothing.
It's like coming back saying, and another thing.
That's
all. Like I ain't dwelling on it, but you know what? Let me just say that.
I love that. My white label had to go white label shit for you to get hot. That's hard.
That's hard. Super hard.
How do Drake keep hearing everything?
Running their fucking mouth.
Yeah, this nigga.
Messy ass people.
God damn it.
Motherfuckers running their mouth. That's why.
He ain't left the house in 2.5 years.
You're right. That's true.
Sit on the phone.
Huh?
This tone is interesting. This is a new Drake development.
I thought it was a feature.
I thought it was Future.
I'm like,
at first,
me too.
But then
But it's him.
yeah, he's tweaking it. And I'm not mad at this. I like this much better than Whisper Drake.
Yes.
I like Whisper.
Oh, I love this. I love when he starts singing at the end.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's hard ass beat.
His production is great.
My name.
He's like reclaiming his boogeyman status. Like,
Yeah, like, I ain't gonna lie. A lot of ICEMAN gave me Scorpion Jr. vibes.
Okay.
Which is the
opposite of it.
last time he felt extremely wronged by a group of y'all.
yeah.
Right, but on Scorpion, he was very adamant in saying, like, y'all, I'm sparing y'all because I'm in my good guy role right now. This one seemed like that's what he was saying on Scorpion. He was saying, like, I've settled into my role of the good guy. I guess luck was on your side. He's saying throughout the record, that's when the God's plan and all of that. I'm playing the good guy role, even though I got a little couple beats out there. I'm shooting a little bit, but overall, I'm being the good guy. Now I'm the villain, and it's up for you niggas, and it's stuck.
Well, see, again, Scorpion, he's nuanced. So while you got that, I think Scorpion was his most violent album.
Like I said, it's so much on his parts.
On there, I never heard a nigga. No, it was. I never heard a nigga spell mob ties so much. On every song, somebody was getting shot. We pulling up to where you live, your parents' house. I'm mob ties. You gonna die. Do you know who you with? Like,
but then at the same
today's Drake on this, right? He sounds evolved from that mind state. Like, he didn't do a bunch of mob ties spelling.
I think that this
nigga, you got a whole record throwing up gang signs.
It's one record.
Which I didn't like.
It's one record.
But it's a lot of threats. It's a lot of, I will put a hit on you. It's a lot of that shit in here. This sounds like the graduated version. That Scorpion sounded like Mobster 101. And this is, I'm new here. I'm feeling myself a little bit. I got this power. I got this money. I can make things happen. This sounds like I know how to get this shit done. I've been doing it for a minute now, and now y'all better stop playing.
Good point.
If a first listen, it felt like he's trying to reestablish dominance. Like, I am who I am. I found myself. Like you said, all you guys is up.
Even in my loss, I'm still him.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
And I never really stopped being him.
Yeah,
That's the other part.
And I'm gonna show
For
you.
sure.
I think
Y'all had a nice run. Y'all.
I think these have been the most
But I'm here.
focused Drake that we've had since More Life, conceptually.
Probably.
Like all the other albums, it felt like he was catering and bouncing all over the place. A little ADHD. Here's my slow R&B shit. Here's my gangster shit. Here's my pop shit. This was laid out, and that's by virtue of having 3 albums. I think
I was just gonna say, it sounded like he still did it, but he separated it.
Yeah, and the ICEMAN still is a little bit all over the place conceptually for me. At least I'm 2.5 listens, but there's enough on here that I'm with it.
And to me, the misses on ICEMAN were the moments we stepped out of the plan.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of tracks that like back in the days, beats sometimes paint by numbers. Like I'm gonna get this kind, like you just said.
Yeah.
This time, like you said, he was consistent. But then every moment where I felt like he was reaching for just a little bit out of that zone, I felt like the track missed.
How many misses do you think there were on ICEMAN?
About 4.
Yeah, I count about 5.
Yeah, I might have a little more than 4, but it's not a ton.
4 misses. There are a couple I didn't like as much as others, but there were 4 that I was like,
Out of
We'll get
18
there.
tracks.
We'll get there. We're on track 3. I want to finish this real quick.
Yeah.
I believe him too. He's never letting go
I
of
believe
none of these beefs.
oh,
No.
never.
Whoa! All right.
First of 3 Hov disses.
All right. All right. What do we think?
Which part?
He shot a Hov.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be the first
And
time.
but we still don't know why, right?
Right.
I mean,
he sort of says it on the album.
He does say he alludes to him doing some behind the scenes shit
Yeah, 'cause
somewhere on there.
He shoots at him 3 times on the album, from what I can see. And one of the times he was basically saying the OGs make a bunch of money off me, and all the shit going on, and then they distance themselves from it. And I think he sees Hov as the leader of that shit. Like,
It's some shit that happened behind the scenes that they said people had a hand in. On some real, again, I don't know how true it is, but they said old head niggas, a couple that we know and love, were conspiring.
Bro, he said this shit before when the higher ups has all come together as a collective to end my run and send me a message and was adamant, hey, I ain't get that message.
Right.
And now it's like, okay, y'all tried it again with the whole Kendrick run, the beef. He's been saying this like, I know the play. I know what y'all are up there doing.
Us, my bad. For the shit to come to us, he gotta know. Like, he talking, bro, and
It's just funny that all his beefs are with his longtime collaborators.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that. I mean, that's a theory, and you could be possibly right, but I just think that Drake, like I said, he's trying to reestablish dominance. Like before, he alluded to being the best, GOAT talk. Now he's saying I'm the best, and who is the best considered? Jay-Z. Remember in our interview that we did a couple years ago, I asked him about the shots that you and Jay sent, and he said it's never crossed the line because there's a mutual respect between both of them. So I think this is kind of lying in that same vein.
Oh no, I don't think this is
crossed.
I think some mutual respect
It
has
ain't
been
crossed the
lost.
line from a
But
disrespectful standpoint.
what can Jay-Z do to Drake's career at this point? They're sitting at the same table.
I think
They are
they're
not
not.
sitting
They're
at the
no-
same
they're
table.
not sitting at the same
They're
table, bro.
not sitting at the same
Not-
table.
What do you mean?
If you're Drake, you think y'all are. Actually,
think you
let me
are.
tell you something.
That was Hov's point.
If you Drake, you might think from a total musical standpoint only, you not at my table.
And that's where you lose already. That's how you know we not sitting at the same table. Because why are you? We not talking music. Hov is at I'm at the table with the bosses.
True. And you sitting
You
here, sitting here
work
suing
for
the
a label.
You suing
You're
the
not
label.
at my table.
You're not at my
But if we're
table.
talking
You're not
about
at my
music,
table.
music-wise, Jay-Z and Drake are kind of like eye to eye.
Yeah, but Drake's. I don't think they are. But
Yes, they are.
Actually, they are. But Drake.
they are.
But Drake's.
I don't think they.
Yes,
I think
they are.
Drake is musically right now, especially Drake is not eye to eye with Jay-Z. He's way above
past him.
Jay-Z.
He's above Jay, you said.
In terms of sales, he is way above Jay-Z.
I think you mean in terms of stature,
Just that-
right?
yeah,
As far as status, like
It's Iceman Day, so I'm gonna let y'all just say every wild thing y'all can.
No.
But
Go
this
ahead.
is
I'm
my
not
point.
interrupting.
My point
I'm
is
not
about
interrupting.
Listen, whether he right or he's wrong, right? Whether he's right or he's wrong. I'm sorry. Drake is right to feel that way.
Yeah.
Even if he is wrong by popular opinion, he's the only that can say y'all did shit you never did and be right.
But
Let me ask
I
you
agree,
something.
but I don't think his beef is about artist to artist.
I don't
think
think so either.
Again, he's saying
Man to man.
Hov is behind. Yeah, he's saying some other
He's
shit.
behind.
He says it explicitly.
Bro, listen. When Control dropped and niggas wanted to rap and do verses and respond back to Kendrick on Control, Fab was gonna diss him on the Control record. Whoever made the call to Hov to say, "Yo, can you stop that?" Like it's shit like that can happen. It's higher ups that are on the phone with Hove, or Hove is on the phone with y'all running plays behind the scenes with each other. And Drake is aware of this. That's why he said they all came together and tried to end my run.
But do we know that, or is that just speculation?
It could be. It could be.
I don't know.
Well, he might be privy to more information than we are.
I'm sure that he is.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That nigga Jay-Z is literally sitting back like the Godfather, my nigga.
But you think Jay-Z's sitting back?
Well, we heard what Hov just told Frazier.
Yeah.
It's like, listen, I'm Jay-Z.
Yeah, like,
So-
I ain't think about this boy.
Yeah, I'm not even. What are we talking about with this?
But I think Drake.
All right, but let's say that what Drake is saying is true. You think Hov won't go in the interview and say, yeah, him?
I did that. Yeah, true.
No,
But
I'm
even
gonna
if he-
downplay. No, I'm not thinking about him.
I
But
think
even
that
if he's
Drake
not,
might
he-
have had a problem. I'm sorry, Mark. Might have had a problem with, because I'm like, where do these two even cross paths for the beef to? I do think that since their last collab, something took a major turn. I don't know what that
I felt like
is.
that shit was brewing before
Between
they last collab.
the NFL halftime deal between Live Nation and Rock
That's
Nation
what I think it
and
is.
all this shit, there's so many places
That's what
that
it
Hov
is.
could
So,
throw
yes.
a
He put his thumb on the scale. Like even if you think, even if Hov says I'm not thinking about Drake, right? Let's just say, let's even assume that's true. Your mortal enemy, Kendrick, is in front of the world doing Not Like Us at the Super Bowl show, and you booked him for it.
No.
Even if you weren't thinking about that, you should have been.
I'm a messy bitch, so I still believe. I believe everything that Drake DM Johnny Blaze, and I still remember it. And in that was this Live Nation touring contract that I'm a slave in, and I absolutely hate.
I want to get right back on
That's
the
the
road
only
and get
spot
shit
that I
done.
could, that I could think of where it's like, okay, that's where it is.
That might be surface, though.
That's probably a good enough reason to dislike somebody or have a beef
But
or
this
whatever.
Man, this
history
shit
of
could be
them
cool.
throwing
You don't know.
shots.
You don't know whole relationship with Dre. You don't know whole relationship with them. So even in shit like that, like again, the high five at the Grammys, like a lot of shit could just be all one play. Like all right, enough. He's doing a lot. We got to teach him a lesson. Me, you control that. We got to.
I don't believe that.
Come on,
All right,
counsel.
Why are you laughing, B-Dot?
Come on,
I
man.
definitely
This is that's like your tinfoil hat is on. You think that's
Yeah.
really
I
happening?
I don't think it's that.
Fam,
What do you
don't
think we're
believe
here to
shit.
do?
I definitely believe that.
We're
You
here to put our tinfoil hats on.
You don't think shit like that can happen?
It
It can, but I don't think that's happening with
This boy's
Jay-Z
So
and Drake.
if the cash cow, the golden goose, is deciding to buck the system, how does the system teach him he's not bigger than a program?
in the case of Jay-Z and Drake?
I'm
No,
just
just the
asking
system.
to my question. The golden goose is deciding to buck the system.
Okay.
How does the system put him in his place?
We gonna Willie Lynch his ass.
No,
We gonna
I
get
want
the-
B-Dot to answer that.
Pardon me.
I don't know. I mean, I don't have the answer for you right now. But at
Okay.
the same time, when it comes to Drake, I don't think that people, like specifically Jay-Z, are stopping his motion because of this deal or whatever, like some back. I don't think that's happening.
That sounds it sounds like tinfoil hat shit.
No. Listen, that could be true. Like I don't think that you would get up and consciously go try to destroy this kid. But if something came across your desk where you could potentially, as Mark said, put your thumb on the scale, I don't think he would balk at putting his thumb on the scale.
Yeah.
But like
That nigga, I don't like him
Man,
anyway.
that nigga could get a call and say, yo, Kendrick, Super Bowl. Like, let's make that happen, dog. What we got to do?
But like Jay
Some of
said,
that seems
Kendrick had the
reaching.
biggest.
He was the biggest artist of the
He
year.
was the hottest
Biggest
nigga in the
artist of last
world.
year.
He was.
So
He
it
was.
made sense.
So it made sense.
It made sense.
New Joe Budden.